Hi crafty friends, my name is Michelle Zarel. Today we're going to make the little round basket. The little round basket is very easy to make and it comes with a file for a little flower, which is also easy to make and requires no special tools, which is awesome. Okay, so the basket is small enough that it's cute, but big enough that you could put a couple little things in there or one nice thing in there or whatever you feel needs to go in a little round basket. Okay, let's get going. With your instant download, you will receive two files. One has a solid score line and one has a dash score line. Other than that, they're both the same. You will also receive the file for the flower. But right now, let's start with the basket. We have the bottom of the basket and the covering panel for the bottom of the basket. And then we have this long piece, which is going to be the body of our basket. And we are going to do that right now. You can, if you want to get it going, kind of give it a little curve so it wants to bend that way. The handles and the accessory panels we're going to put aside for a second here. Okay, let's go ahead and add some glue. Now you might want to pay attention to the papers you use for this because you will see the inside. In this one it worked out great because it was double-sided paper. This one has white on the inside, but nobody wants to cut the pieces and then find out, oh, there are cut-apart sheet on the back because that doesn't always look so great. Okay, so now we have a roundish style piece. I'm just going to kind of coax it to go round, but don't worry about it because it will in just a second. On the inside, you'll see all kinds of overlapping little tabs that are plenty big. We are going to put some in the corners there and then just kind of bring the glue out to the center. You might want to get glue on each tab, but you don't need to worry about being too fussy about it because it's going to be covered. Okay, so now we have that ready. And then we're just going to take this panel and we're just going to put it right down in the center. Just make sure it goes all the way to the edge there. All right. See, that's pretty easy, isn't it? Okay, now we have a little bit of ugliness going on the bottom. So I am going to take the other circle and put some glue kind of towards the edge because we want that adhered well. All right. And here we are. We're going to cover that up. Press down from the inside. Make sure it's good and secured. And there we go. Looks like the glue needs to dry just a bit. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and add the extra panels to the side. There are two sizes here, a smaller one and a larger one. The smaller one goes on the top, the larger one goes on the bottom, and the handle you put off to the side. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put some glue on the side that we don't want to use. Don't need a ton, but you need enough that it's going to stick. And we're going to start at the seam. And remember, this is the smaller one, so it goes at the top. We're going to start at the seam and then just glue it around. Make sure it lines up at the top. If it lines up at the top, it will also line up at the top of that first little row of cutouts. Okay, so there we go. Lines up at the seam, lines up at the little row cutouts, so we're doing pretty good here. All right, and it also helps kind of hold it in that round shape that we like. All right, now let's go ahead and do the bottom one, same exact way. Just add a little bit of glue. Oops, get some towards the edge here. Looks like I should have let it dry a little bit more. Okay. And again, we're going to line this up at the bottom, and then it'll also line up right at the bottom of that section of cutouts. This helps finish it off, gives it a neater appearance, and makes it look a little more basket-like. Okay, nice. Don't worry too much about the seam here. I mean, you should, but it is going to get covered up, so, you know, it's all good. Okay, nice. All right, now let's add the handle. For the handle, we're going to just put a little glue on each end. And we are going to line it up at that first seam right there. Oh my, I used too much glue. Okay, so there we are, and it lines up nice. And then we're just going to take it around to the other side and glue it there. Okay, I'm going to hold that just for a second so it doesn't want to bounce right back. Okay, there we have our little round basket. Now we still have the flower to make, but if you're making this for a man or a child who might not want a flower on their basket, you can go ahead and stop right here, and it is really, really cute and that easy. Okay, let's go ahead and make our flower. The flower is easy to make. In fact, I have another project coming up soon with the same flower. So go ahead and get your practice and you'll be ahead of the game. Okay, the flower comes with seven layers and the center layer or the stamen. And we're going to go ahead and do that so it can dry pretty good. I am going to use a toothpick for this one and kind of roll it around to get it to want it to go like you would with curling ribbon there. Okay. And we're just going to put some glue down the center there. And we're going to roll it up. Now, the trick to this is not leaving the toothpick in, or you're going to glue the toothpick to the center. Not the look we're going for. Okay, there we go. So we're going to pull that out, and there's your center. And we're going to let that set off to the center and dry. And we're going to take these little circles here, and we're just going to bend them down. All right. We'll fuss with them a little bit later, but if we bend them down, it kind of gets them out of the way. Okay, I'll leave a couple up there. All right, so we're going to leave this set aside. Now to make these, I am going, oh, and also don't forget, if you have a quilling tool, by all means, feel free to use it. I just think that the toothpick's just as easy and a lot cheaper. But this was pretty cheap, so I don't know. Okay, so we've got our 7 layers here. And what I have done is taken my weeding tool for my silhouette and just fold it up and push it in, just like that. You can also use a pencil or a pen or a end of a paintbrush. I didn't really like using the pencil as much because since it had those little ridges, it made little ridges in it. I think on one of them you can see. But I did check, and paintbrush worked great. This tool is my favorite, I think. Any of them will work fine. You just want something kind of in the shape of a cylinder that's small. All right, now I'm going to take these, and if you want to give them a little bit more dimension, just kind of take your fingers there and give them a little bit of squeeze at the end. Not so much that it makes a crease, but that it encourages it to bend upwards. So as you'll notice, some of these are not the same color, and I really liked that in the US here, and I think in Canada. Michaels has these 8.5 by 11 recollection pads, and they come like with, in the case of the pink, there's a little variety and shading in there, and I think it gives it a nice look. So I did that, and I'm okay that they're a little bit different. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my 3-in-1. It takes a little bit longer to dry, but it dries hard and it's pretty strong. So I'm going to put some of that in there. I kind of want to keep these in order. And then I'm going to take this one and put it in the middle right there and just kind of hold it for a second. Hopefully I'm not off camera again. Okay. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to take this one and do the same thing. And we are going to layer it so that they're not right on top of each other. So you can see here there's it's a little offset so that they aren't bam, bam, bam right on top of each other. It looks to me like a very simple dahlia. Okay, now the more you get, the higher it wants to go, but I'm not ready for that yet. So I'm going to hold it down just a little bit more, and you can see how it's starting to pull up on the edges, and that's what we want. Okay. Had I been using this, doing this not on camera, I might let that set for just a second more so it gives a little more time to secure. But we're going to go ahead and move on to some of the smaller ones. And we're going to do the same thing and push them offset just a little bit. And push it down in the middle. Go ahead and use a little force to make sure it stays so it doesn't want to pop up again. Okay. They're starting to want to nest. So I'm going to have to make sure that that doesn't happen because that's not the look I'm going for today. But see, they are wanting to nest a little bit, so we're going to push it to the side. Oops. Okay, and we're going to hold it here for a minute, just to make sure. Each one is going to be a little unique, and that's all right. You know, here they nested a little bit in the center, or I mean, excuse me, on the edges there, you can see, and that's okay too. And we'll put some on this last one. Okay, we're going to hold that one down. And then for the center that we have sitting over here, I'm just going to add a little bit to that bottom. And I'm just going to set it right down in the center. And then I'm going to walk away because I like to fiddle with it, and then it just doesn't do anybody any good. So we're going to go ahead and leave that and set it off to the side and not mess with it, even though we really want to. So then, after it is completely set and dried, you can take your toothpick and then just kind of put it down into the center and mess around with it there, so that way it looks cute. You might want to leave it a little bit organic, you know, not quite so perfect, but it is fun to kind of mess with it. So then this one's not dry. So I'm going to take this one that we had earlier, and we are going to turn it over. And we're going to run a line of glue from petal to petal across, probably not all the way to the end because we want it to curve up a little bit. And we're going to take that line and we are going to add it right to the seam, right there, along the seam. Just make sure that it doesn't exceed the bottom so that it'll lay flat. And that's going to also take a second to dry. But then when you're done, you will have a super cute little basket. And you can kind of see here where I did put it along the seam, but it's pretty hard, it's pretty tough. Okay, so thank you so much. I really had wanted to get this posted earlier, but I was having some technical difficulties. So hopefully we can get some of the other videos done too. Thank you so much, and don't forget to hit subscribe and like the video so we can craft together again soon. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.